Reason by Unspoken. In this song, I'm not going to sing it as I do in some of my videos, but I want to go through the words that might be a little more confusing for you so that you have a better understanding. Remember that in signing, it is the meaning, not necessarily exact word representation. Now, some of these you might already know. I would call this more to the advanced, not necessarily even intermediate. It's going to be a little tougher in some areas. Just remember, you're trying to communicate, and anytime you are communicating with them, they need to understand what it is you're saying. The word year, most of you would already know that. The year, I think of it as the sun going around the earth one time. So year. Now, we're not talking about uh, constant year after year after year, just year. 4 seasons of winter. Uh, and in this song, as I'm looking at it, I would do that it is cold continually rather than saying the 4 times of, of cold. I would just do that it was cold continually. Feel, and I've talked about this in other videos, I use my center finger up the chest. It's your center finger is a little more tender, so the feeling is a little bit easier to recognize that way. Feel. Now, for sun, in this song, would do just the word warm. So it's like when you are breathing out, warm air comes out. Now, it's not hot, just warm. Reaching, and of course, you have your non-dominant hand. I'm right-handed, so my non-dominant is my left hand. And so when I'm reaching, I'm, again, at center finger, just reaching over to touch the back of the left hand, reaching. Climbing, and of course, it's just like you're climbing up a ladder. You're grabbing and pulling up. Second guessing. Anytime you're second guessing, it's like you're questioning, and so you're questioning something. And in this song, as I was looking at it, I would have done questioning. Plan, of course, when you lay things out, you're planning to do something. So lay out, just take it down the line. Purpose in is a goal. It's what's in your mind, and there's where you're trying to go. Goal. Anytime they have the word don't, shouldn't, just not, straight off of the chin with your thumb, not. Hunger. And there, if you think of a chunk of food, you want that chunk of food to go down into your stomach. So take it down. And it's a C hand. Hunger. Fire, and if you think of the way fire looks, just take it up. Fire. Reason, and that is in your mind. Now, most of the time I tend to do it with an R. In our area, most of the deaf like me to follow what's up on the screen because our church has it up on the screen and they can see the words. And if I reverse the order like I do whenever I'm just talking to them, sometimes they are caught between. They like to see the screen. They like to know where I am. It reverts back sometimes into more of a pidgin English, but that's okay. as long as they are understanding and that's what they desire. So I do sometimes, if you're looking at the word order, make sure that you understand the way that they would like to have it done. Believe. Now, belief has to be something that you up here that you know. Take it down and hang on to it tight. Belief or believe. Giving up or giving in. Both of those are just to surrender. And sometimes if one just follows the other, I just do surrender, surrender, or I will just hold the one until the end of the second line. Pull back just to open. We're talking about a curtain here. So just open and the curtain, and you see the way that I kind of use a wavy thing going out, because a wall would be straight, but a curtain is a little bit wavy. Every hour, every minute, every second, continue, continue, continue. And so it is always the shadow of doubt. You only do the word doubt here. You don't have to do shadow of doubt. Just, I don't understand. Is it this one? Is it, I'm just doubting what it is. That up and forth. It's like you're weighing something and you don't know which one you want. Doubt. Take hold, control. X hands, and you're just back and forth with the X hands. It's like you're reining a horse. Control. Hold on. To grasp, and you grasp it tight. When you're holding on, think of yourself as if you were drowning and somebody throws a rope to you. You're going to hang on to it tight. So when they say the take hold of something or hold on, in this instant, you're hanging on to it tight, because the song is talking about things going wrong. And when it's going wrong and you're given a lifeline, you're going to hang on tight. Madness. Oh, all the confusion. Because when we see a lot of confusion around us, we don't think I'm mad. We're a lot of confusion. So it's things that are all stirred up and you don't know where you're looking. So confusion. To explain, and when you explain something, it's like you're ripping it apart so that you can see all the individual pieces. Get a hold of it, F hands, and kind of like you're ripping a paper back and forth. Heartbreak. Oh, the pain in your heart. And so the heartbreak is here. Now remember, headache here, tummy ache down here. So the heartbreak, it's over that heart area. Suffering, it's like you're crushing it, both a hands together and tight, and oh, it just crushes you. So the suffering, like with Jesus, is oh, and you know how you feel when um, someone near you passes away, or um, you're in over your head in debt. There's a great deal of suffering. It's a crushing feeling, suffering. Now, the next one is the air you breathe, that he's closer. This one I would almost do in reverse order, because you're talking about the air, and that's the air that you breathe, and that's your chest coming in and out. The air or the wind up here. And then he is closer, closer. And so I do a double movement on that one, because I just take the air that you breathe. He's closer, closer, double close. Start. Now here I turn, end, so that I'm at the end of something, or you can do finish, either way. In this one I do start, end, because the next word is in between. Notice I moved from one side to the other side, then I do the in between between them, in between. Dare, at that one, I would do not doubt. And of course, then we've talked about finish. I hope this helps you to get through this song. There's a lot of instrumental music with this one. You might even make sure you print off um, the lyrics, and I would write beside the lyrics the words that you're going to use and the order that you're going to use them in. Now, of course, there are some that are repeated, and sometimes I would highlight those so that whenever it comes to that point, I would just revert back to that. You wouldn't have to write it over and over again. So make sure that you are comfortable with it, and good luck. And I hope that this has helped you some.